Staying in the continent, the former Guinea military leader has officially taken office after his inauguration in that country. Mamaday Doumbouya has promised to ensure that the resources of the country are used to develop Guinea. He is expected to make his first appearance at the African Union Heads of State and Government meeting in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia next month. Itai Preston Choto is the envoy of the President of the Republic of Guinea. Joins us now to further unpack this. So, Mr. Choto, once again, it's a pleasure, sir. Welcome. So you must be so elated. The inauguration of President Mamaday Doumbouya taking place today. We've seen quite an array of various heads of state from the African continent and, of course, arrived since yesterday. How are celebrations going so far? Good afternoon.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. Good to see you again, Alicia. A pleasure. Yeah, look, it's been a momentous, very historic occasion. People are ecstatic. People are hopeful of the future. And I think he set the tone right in his address to the nation. So I think we're on the right trajectory. The nation is very, very happy. And we're looking forward to the next chapter of this new republic as we have transitioned into democratic and civilian rule. So as you were saying, very, very right to say that we're looking at using the resources to benefit the people of the Republic of Guinea. And that is exactly what this government is going to do.
Absolutely. Look, I suppose while we speak about the African heads of state and representatives, they bring about strategic partnerships and guarantees, Michael, and also renewed commitment to the restoration of constitutional order across the sub-region, which is crucial for Guinea, as well as the continent at large as we seek African solutions to African challenges.
Yeah, I mean, we've always said that African problems for African problems, African solutions. So that commitment, as you have seen, we've had several heads of state within the region coming in as a show of solidarity, as a show of brotherhood, as a show of support to the people of Guinea, not only to the president himself, but it's actually to the people of Guinea. It's important that Africa remains united, that Pan-Africanism spirit is what drives this administration, that we must remain integrated in how we operate socio-economically, politically, as we move forward. As you can see, that there are a lot of fractures in terms of geopolitical situations in the world right now. So it's very, very important for us as a continent, as a region, to remain united. And that is what our administration, as I said before in our interview the other time, that we want to be part of that community of nations. And you're rightly saying that President Doumbouya, his first international appearance will be at the African Union, which is a show of solidarity to the African people, to the African continent.
Let's further expand on that geopolitical impact, Michael. I mean, we understand even the Chinese president's Xi's envoy was said to attend. Let's further unpack the relevance of Guinea actually spreading its trade wings also far and wide to ensure developments of its people.
Well, the whole point is that we don't live in isolation. We don't live on an island. It's very, very important for us to have these connections. But like what my mother always says, that charity begins at home, and we want to start in Africa. We want to start those strategic partnerships in Africa, which is why you're seeing a widespread of African presidents coming into Guinea for this inauguration. So we are starting there, but we are not stopping there. We want to build strategic alliances across the globe in a manner that benefits the people of Guinea. As I said, look, we live in very, very tumultuous times, really turbulent times, if I can call them. And it's very important that we develop strategic partnerships across the globe. It's important for Africa. But what's very, very important as far as I'm concerned, is that we must never forget that charity begins at home. Absolutely. We must not forget that where we start is Africa. Our strategic partnerships start within the African continent. I think right now, in terms of intra-African trade is very, very limited. And we are looking at spreading that. We are looking at enhancing that.
As we promote multilateralism there, Michael. I mean, I went through some of the expectations from the citizens of Guinea that they shared ahead of the inauguration earlier today. So they are looking at socio-economic improvements to many others in political transition. Talk to us about these.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, as I mentioned to you the other time, that we've got the Mamady 2040 project, and that looks at ushering a new socio-economic development dispensation where our citizens are actually benefiting. One of the key things that we're looking at is value addition and beneficiation. So in terms of us, what we're trying to stop is us not exporting raw materials, but processing them within the country. So we are actually adding onto the value chain and adding onto the employment belt there, so that our citizens can also be part of that program, of that socio-economic program. That's the most important part,
All
because for
right.
so long we have transported products that are raw materials into Europe, into America, and they have not benefited us, and we're actually buying them as finished products at a cost, when we can produce them in our countries and then export them as finished goods. So that's one of the key drivers. That's one of the key economic programs that we want to usher in. And that's set to benefit our people.
All right, Michael, congratulations once again. I know my invitation still stands. I'll be seeing you soon. That's where we're going.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Your invitation still stands.
Thank you, Michael. That's where we're going to leave it. That is, of course, Itai Michael Preston Choto, who is the Guinea presidential envoy there, talking to us about Mamaday Doumbouya's inauguration, which is currently taking place today out in Guinea.